Hey, good morning, Dark Horse Investors. So, listen, we're just going to go over a few little plays using our standard technical analysis. So, what we want to do is we want to look right now, we're on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. I still have us coming up into this box up here. All right. We did come back down into this region, which was good. And essentially, I just want to show you how powerful it is to use technical analysis, especially the fib levels. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and we're going to do a couple bar replays. All right, so we had this here. Okay, so remember we had what? We had a nice little impulse. This is what we don't want to do with impulses. You don't want to jump in and get in a trade here. All right, the fear of missing out. People get here, but this is dangerous. What is one of the ways that we can know that it's dangerous? Well, we could throw a couple moving averages on. So for one, the 200 moving average, as long as price or candles are below the 200, that signifies bearishness. Even though we have some bullish momentum going up, we do expect that price will get to this area, but it's not going to be immediate, right? So since we have the green line is our 200 moving average, we're below it. And as you look back on the chart, you see that price is having a hard time breaking this 200, and it's giving us the bearishness. So we really want to stay with the trend for the most part. However, we do get opportunities where price does reverse and turn around, and we can see down here we do get that opportunity. We get some of a semi type of a flat pattern, and we break, and we have some good bullish momentum going above this this 20 moving average, and then now you have the 50. Okay, so what I would do is I would immediately first we'll take this off because we want clean charts. We're gonna go in and I'm gonna measure, and we're gonna get what? We're gonna get our what? Target areas for the downside on the retracement. Okay, so we talked before. We like the what? We like the golden ratio. All right. And this could what? Provide opportunities for you to go short to ride it back down into this area. Okay. So we'll play it and we're going to look for opportunities to maybe trade it back to this area or wait to go long at this area. All right. So what happened? Price did what? Come down. Now let's do this. If any of you been following on some of my stuff, what's one of the rules? One of the rules is if we break the 23%, we wait for what? We wait for price to come back above the 23, and then we look for what? Shorting opportunities. All right. We know that we have a high probability that price, once it breaks to 23, that it wants to come back above. All right. And it gives us a signal that we're probably going to go to the 61, in which we do. So what do we have? We have a break back above the 23%, bam, down to the 61%. We're good. So we would look for shorting opportunities here and not so here. Okay. You want to make sure you let the pattern play out. Now, what we did, we looked for long opportunities. Okay. I got long in this area. All right. And we rolled it up. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get back to real time. Let's do this. All right. Okay. Now, let's clear this off and let's go back so I can show you. So we can get back today. All right. Okay. So let's get back to this. All right. So remember what's going on. Okay. What's going on? We got a what? We got an impulse. You should not be what? Buying. We're getting close, but you shouldn't be buying. Okay. All right, now we can maybe start to discuss some bullishness because why? We're above, okay? However, look what happened in the market. This is a trend reversal candle that just formed. So now we have to be conscious, aware that this trend could change temporarily. So what do we do? Same thing we do all the time. Let's measure our impulses. And what do we have? We go what? We're looking at that 61 again. Okay. And let's see if price can come back down. We got it. Okay. All right. Now we're back in real time. All right. We got the move. All right. And then we get the spike. So let's remeasure this to see where we really are at. Okay. Okay, let's take all this stuff off. All right, so you see, we came down 61, actually went a little lower, which was fun. So what are we doing now? All right, we're waiting for price to break key levels again. So we can remove this one out the way. All right, so we got some downward movement. Okay, we still expect this impulse to come into this box. Okay, so for me, I will be looking for longing opportunities once price finds a good level of support. This wick probably would be need to be what we call filled. And if this wick is filled, we come back into this area or whatnot. These are some key resistance levels as well too. If you notice, all right, price came up, it got rejected. But if you look left, what is this? Remember, when support is broken, it becomes the immediate resistance. So if you look left, this is a resistance. So price just came back up here, retested this resistance, and then when we get some more bearish pressure coming back down, we can either go down to the 15-minute, we can see what's going on. Yeah. So we got some nice movements going on. Um, yeah. And you can also go down and you can measure using the Fibs on lower time frames. All right, where's price at the what? 61 golden ratio. Okay, so you see how price has come down, and more than likely want to try to get to the 78 percent area. So that's a possibility. But yeah, so that's that. With trading, so to speak, you can look at the Euro USD. All right. So you already see I already had a box down here. Okay. Well, where did my box come from? I'll show you. What did I do? Okay. I measured this impulse. It doesn't matter what time frame. I measured it. And look where the box at. So we already got the box there. And I can just play it again. Targets hit. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. Okay. Don't make it difficult. Watch this. Look at this impulse, but we can do the retracement. This time we can do it from what? The top. Bring it down to the bottom. Okay. What do you notice? All right, we got a break above 23. We came back below. Try to break again. We went even lower, but eventually we came back to the 50. In fact, we can just stretch this down to get the absolute. All right, and then we came right back up here to the 61, blasted through it, and actually hit the 78. Okay, so we started our downside. So what are we looking for? We're looking for possibly um, that. Now that I'm looking at this from this view, we could be shaping up what we call a cup and handle. So we got the brim of the cup, right here, and then over here you have your handles. It's your handle. So you see like the handle, the cup. So we could see some upside momentum. Okay. So that's that. Look at a few cryptos. Go look at Bitcoin. Same thing basically with Bitcoin. Follow the rules. All right, what do we have? All right, we had a look. We had a head and shoulders type pattern of the day. All right, we had this. What did I do? I measured just this little drop. Boom. And voila. See price come right down in this area, which we already seen. Boom. Covered the what? Wick. Now, here's the concerning part is that this could be considered, which it is, not considered, like a huge head and shoulder pattern. Right? Now we have seen this already. Okay. Look at this. We're seeing it right here. Just look at this head, left shoulder, right shoulder. All right. Then we failed. Everyone was expecting that we was going to go lower. We didn't. Okay. This was just nothing but an accumulation zone. Institutions was able to get in good, and then they was able to make a lot of profit going back up to the upside, so to speak. So what am I saying? I'm saying is that you got to be careful. Yeah, this is a head and shoulders, but so is this one over here too. It didn't play out. Could we see the same thing? Possible. See, come down in here and then you go a little higher. Now, if this were to play out, then yeah, we could see some further downside. So you can see that price could possibly come back down into this 34, 33K region up here. Worst case scenario, 25,000 if we break this. But yeah, this could happen. Now, if we do come back down here, if you see this big box, okay, this big box, some people would consider it as a some form of a bullish type flag pattern. Not a pennant, but more of a flag because you got your pole and then you have this. Now, what is the upside targets for this whole entire structure, so to speak? Um, Here you go. First level. talking about 82,000, 103,000, $164,000 Bitcoin. At least the first level could be hit in 2022. Let's see for where if we at these levels up to there, and that is nothing but a 95% gain. From here up to there, it's 178% gain. So for that reason, that's why I don't really recommend that people truly, load up on Bitcoin. If you got millions of dollars laying around, that's one thing. But a 178% gain is really not ideal for something in crypto. But once again, if you got a lot of money, you're gonna be what? You're gonna need the liquidity. So Bitcoin will provide that liquidity for people who got bigger pockets, so to speak. But you're not gonna get bang for your buck if you're playing around with, I don't know, $1,000, $1,500. Yeah, it's great that you can double it, but you can also make 5 to 10 times more, possibly in an altcoin that's going to move along with Bitcoin once it moves. So yeah, we still got some of this downside targets. Like I said, this still is a head and shoulders pattern showing up. We got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. All right, we could still come down in this area. So it'll be good for some people who are just now coming into the game. Um, Everybody else just got to be patient. Now, patience is one of the main things that really, 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 impatience is really what hurt a lot of people. Um, so that is that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep this video long. So I'm gonna stop there, and I'll probably just do another video on a couple of other pairs or whatnot, and possibly look at some stocks. All right, y'all have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your day.